What's going on out there? You tune into another 056 family show. And you know how I am. No mercy. We gonna get into this. It's going back into um the mass shooting that happened down here in Texas and Uvalde, Texas. So, this is an update. Uh Now the timeline has been released. Um but we got a lot of questions that we really want to be answered. It because a lot of this stuff is not adding up far as the time frame. Now, I done got a few things from certain news articles, reliable news articles and things of that nature, and to try to figure out how that this happened, right? So at first the transcript, right? For the time frame, the timeline transcript, it was all over the place, right? So trying to pinpoint like an accurate time frame of what happened, how come it led to 19 children plus two adults being killed. Also, the children that were injured that wasn't killed, and the children that was missing as well. Um, Now we gonna go through this time because I got it on the phone too as well. So we definitely gonna go through this timeline. Um, Now before then, before we get to the timeline that was at 11:27 a.m. Before we get to that, we're gonna get to another one, right? Um Now Fox News reported this that pretty much saying at 11:20 a.m. the grandmother called 911 and told them that she was shot. She was actually shot in the face and she was in critical conditions, and I believe she was in surgery. And we gonna get to what was reported and how the grandmother ended up getting shot as well. Um Now they reported that he crashed the vehicle at 11:27. I mean 11:28. Pardon me. Um Everything I wrote down, I'm um now we're gonna get to this, all right. At 11:27 a.m. a teacher, a teacher went to the door. Um, and the door was propped open, right? Then they got another one at 11:28. The suspect crashed into the ditch near the school. Okay. Then we got 11:28 again. Teacher ran to the room 132 to retrieve a phone and run back to the door. The door is still left open. First of all, why is that door still left open? I don't care if it's a car crash or whatever. That door should have been secured at all costs, regardless. Um, Now we got another incident at 11 because at first the time frame was all over. It was 11:30, 11:40, 11:28, and all that stuff, right? So we gonna get to the nitty gritty, right? Um, Now another incident at 11:28. There was two men at a funeral home. Hearing the crash, move towards the scene. They see a man exiting the passenger side of the car with a gun and backpack. They start running back after which the shooter fired at them but missed. So as soon as he got out that vehicle, he started shooting. Now, this is was raised suspicions with the door thing, right? Now, we at the door, right? Which is reported at 11:27. So at 11:28 a.m., this when all the stuff started happening. You went and got your phone, you ran into the room, got your phone. Now, why you just ain't close that door or secure that door before you even went to grab that phone, for one? That is irresponsible on that staff member. You are irresponsible for that. And I could say I hold you at fault. Point blank period. Right here at the 056 Family Show. If you wrong for something, you wrong for it. Own up to your wrongdoing and make peace with it, and may God be with you on your journey. But that is unacceptable. Point blank period. Very unacceptable. Now, moving down the timeline, the men he shot at. I mean, you heard gunshots. You still keep the door propped open. I mean, don't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. Now we get to 11:29 a.m. Uh, the teacher goes back into the school to call 911. So okay, you outside the school now. You back in the school. Okay, you being nosy. At first, they was saying uh that the gunman entering the school at, what was that, 11:30? Oh, he started firing shots at 11:30. That's what they had, right? At first. But now at 11:28, he fired shots around that time. Now you a teacher, right? So how long would it take for him to come from that ditch where he crashed to that school door? How long would it take him? It take it less than a minute. We need to see. That's when you start investigating the scenes and things of that nature, right? Um, Now we go down to 11:30. Now what was reported earlier that I had got was 11:30. Shots fired at the school, but 11:30 they got a 911 call reporting a crash. A man with a gun. Upon hearing the report, the school's resource official immediately raced towards the school. Okay, 11:30. Well, law officials. My bad. Now we gonna get to these officers. We gonna get to these officers. We gotta get to these officers because what was reported, and I made sure I took down notes, a lot of notes on top of the phone too. Uh, Now they said at first this officer rolled right past him. Don't say that first. Officer rolled right past him. Right now we get to 11:31 a.m. Suspect reached last row of the vehicle in the school parking lot, hiding behind a vehicle. He fired at the building. Now they had a report saying the officer rolled right past him. He was hiding behind the car, um, and he rolled right past him. And I guess he approached some other people and thought it was them, and it wasn't him, but he was hiding the whole time. But right here, it said right here, 11:31. Suspect reached the last row of vehicles in the school parking lot, hiding behind the vehicle. He fired at the building. So he started shooting at the building. Okay, this is when is officer gonna come? Cause say the responder officer was right there, close enough. When did they say he arrived? Uh, yeah, said it right here. At first, they got at 11:44 a.m. Officer arrived at the school. That's what they said first. So see how all this stuff is switching to get the stuff right. So now they got the transcript of the timeline. Okay. See, I wrote down what was stated, and everything. It was reported right there on Fox News. And they was also waiting for the full transcript, which what's the guy named Stephen McCraw? He was to appear and make a statement. DPS. He actually DPS. Now we got it again. 11:31 a.m. The school uh officer drove past the suspect, right? They drove past him now. I just told y'all that right now. This me. I didn't even read it. I just screenshot, boom, boom, boom. And I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go off what I wrote down too. Now, I told y'all that they said with some reports that the officer arrived at the school at 11:44. And if you think I'm lying, I could prove that with a shadow of a doubt. I could prove that with no problem. It would not be hard for me to prove that. Um, but right here it said, which I told y'all, they said the officer rolled right past him. He do was hide. Let's uh back roll right past suspect and goes to the back of the school, approaching someone he believes is the suspect, but is actually a teacher. Right now, see one thing about Old Fast East fam, we ain't doing that. I'm for sure that when I go research, even if I don't look at it that clearly, like I just look at something and just bloop bloop, I screenshot it. Okay, cool. This just came out, so I'm gonna go with my notes, what I got down first, and then we gonna go into their notes, and we gonna try to get this thing going. So when I jump back and forth, just understand I'm gonna look at this paper right here, and I'm gonna hold up my phone, and I'm gonna go back and forth with you guys because we gonna get straight to the point, right? Now they said he arrived at 11:44 a.m. right here. It said 11:31. Can't play with time. Now we got 11:32. More shots are fired towards the school. 11:33 a.m. The suspects entered the school at 11:33. So he was fired at the school at 11:30. Okay, and then he walked inside the school 3 minutes after. Okay. Um, at 11:33, the suspect began shooting in room 111 or 112. More than 100 rounds are fired. So okay, depending on that entry, um, how far that classroom was from that door? Like how far was it? Was like a feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, right? And the reason why I asked that is because of the simple fact is, remember the teacher that left the door propped open. She ran all the way to room 132 to go get her phone. So I guess 111 and or 112 must be close to the door. So that means you ran past that door, knowing that it was other doors right there by that exiting door. Exiting door. See, we gotta, and this what when it comes to the media and people doing their job. See, I'm not just gonna just grab things and just report it, but I'm gonna question everything that I grab. And we gonna figure out what happened or what's going on. What's the situation, right? We not gonna fool around with stuff like this, man. We gonna get straight to the nitty gritty, man, because we really gotta ask these questions. Like these is questions. I'm not even gonna lie. And also, to everybody that's subscribed and listen to me on all the other platforms, like Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora. You can go on YouTube and actually see what I'm doing as well, because this will be on YouTube. But you see this? Let's put the notes, right? No, y'all can see it. But yes, I have notes right here on what was allegedly reported at first. Well, ain't no allegedly, it was reported at first until they start coming with the facts. This is amazing, man. We got all this money to give to other people in other countries, but we ain't got this money to keep these schools and these children safe. Okay, cool. Well, let's continue, please. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Now, it has at 11:35, three police officers entered the school using the same door that was used by the suspect. They are shortly shortly thereafter following by four other officers in a total of seven officers. Now they saying that the guy that spoke, the DPS guy that spoke, Sean McCraw, he even said it was unacceptable when they got a live shooter. You got a live shooter, that's a live shooter. Plus, it's in the school. You don't wait for no bag up. You go in and try to neutralize the live shooter. Texas is a law that they practice with their law enforcement and active shooters. They go and go handle their business. They got the Texas Rangers, they got deputies, they got sheriffs, they got DPS, they got um I think Texas is the only state that had the most law enforcement agency that's being paid for with your tax money. Such a shame. Now, what I got right here, now they said it's officer, right? See, some things uh is being left out, but we gonna fill in the blanks on some of this stuff. We gonna fill on the blanks, right? Now, here we have it. What was the last one? The last one was uh 11:35 a.m. The police officers entered the school using the same door that was used by the suspect. Okay, whatever happened to that other officer that was arrived, that was on scene first? What happened to him? Now they said he came on the scene at 11:44 a.m. But what I'm seeing here is at 11:35. You had multiple officers in that school. Okay. Then it said he retreated. So when he heard shots, he retreated. But they was on the phone calling saying he was shooting that time. Go look at the full interview of a DPS official, Sean McCraw, and you gonna hear what he's saying. Like, it's unacceptable. I get it. It's sad. It's really sad. But the officer that was out there, he retreated. Is that protocol with a live shooter in a in an elementary school? And hundreds of rounds and rounds being dumped off, and it was reported that you had a lot that you guys had a live gunman on school campus shooting. Hmm. Something ain't adding up here, people. And I want you guys to help me fill in the blanks. Make sure y'all subscribe um to the 056 family. I'm on everything you could possibly think of. Mainstream media, social media, all big major platforms. Make sure y'all share your thoughts. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, do whatever, show love. Cause this is about awareness, especially when it comes to our children. And we need to be aware because there's more stuff too that we gonna go into. And we gonna go into this a little bit more. Um I'm gonna end up doing two parts of this. Yeah, I'm gonna do two parts because we're gonna get into this time frame and then we're gonna go into some other things, right? We're gonna question a few things, right? But this is unacceptable. Now, this is what I got wrote down. I'm not even looking at the phone, I'm actually looking at the paper. Now, after the officer retreated, it says 1 full hour later at 12:45 p.m. agents entered the school. Then they said at 1:06 p.m., police attacked is over. Police attack is over. This is what I got, right? And you can find some of this on Fox News because they reported this too, and I got it from them, right? So it's always good to get um the stories from multiple sources so you be able to put it all together and be like, hold on, this don't sound right. I question this. First of all, with that teacher, you knew you heard why you didn't secure that door. Simple. Why you didn't secure the door? It sound like it's making you seem like you let that happen. Was you a part of it? Now I'm not insinuating anything, but I'm just asking questions because you never know these days. People ain't no telling what people be into when they in their own free time and what they going through. Don't know, don't understand. But we need answers. We need answers. Um, why ain't nobody reported that person? The teacher. What I don't know if it's a he or she, but officers did find a male teacher outside. Okay. Hmm. Now that's off the paper. Now we're gonna go read these transcripts. Now we have at 11:37. More gunfire, 16 rounds. 11:40 a.m. More gunfire. 11:44. More. This dude been shooting ever since 11:28. He's been shooting nonstop. And you mean tell me the officer that was on that you weren't finna like you didn't do nothing? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Spare me, man. Then here we go. Let's look at this. 11:51 a.m. Two more officers arrive inside the school. 12:03 officers continue to arrive. There are now as many as 19 officers inside the hallway. That's at 12:03. 12:03 a woman called 911 whispering that she's in room 112. The call lasts a minute and 22 seconds. 12:10 p.m. The same woman called 911 again, saying there is multiple dead. 12:13, a woman called 911 again. 12:15 p.m. Members of the Border Patrol Tactic Unit arrived along with Shield. 12:16, the woman called 911 for a fourth time, saying 8 to 9 students are alive. 12:19, a girl in room 111 called 911 but hung up with another student tell her to. 12:21 p.m. The suspect believed to be near the door firing again. 3 shots can be heard during a 911 call. 12:21. The law enforcement moved down the hallway. 12:36. 911 call lasted 21 seconds from a girl who had called before the dispatcher telling her to stay on the line and be very quiet. The girl said the suspect fired at the door. Now we got cuz it's 2 times right here and they got it split. 12:43 and then we got 12:51. The same girl called 911 asked to please send police now. At 12:46, she said she can hear the police next door. 12:50, officers breached the door using keys from a janitor because both doors were locked. The suspect is shot and killed. Why did it take y'all that long to rescue them children? Now we talking to law enforcement now. Oh, that staff at that school, you could take a break, but we gonna get back to you later. Um, yeah, why you officers, you sworn and took an oath. It's live shooter and shooting kids. And it took y'all, which it says, I told y'all, read from the paper, 4 hour later, 12:45 PM, agents entering the school. They in they already in the school. They in the hallways. Y'all set up a perimeter, a breach perimeter. No, hey, we pay y'all to do stuff like this. Y'all should have went in there guns blazing. Shouldn't care if you got hurt. That's what you signed up for. It's like when you go to war. And salute to all my military people out there. Y'all go to war. Y'all know what it is. It's a chance you might not go home. You already signed up for it, so you're aware. Same thing with the streets. You sign up for the streets. It's a chance that you ain't gonna go home, and it's a chance that you're not gonna go home forever. Jail or death, pick one. This is what you signed up for. This is what you know the job. You just the description of the job is very clear. Point blank period. Hug the block on some street stuff. Stupid, but whatever. Don't tell but hug the block. No pension, no retirement, no 401k, no uh no health benefit. Just, see you on the other side. See you on the other side. Crazy, man. This is unacceptable. And for you officers, man, why did it take so long for y'all to enter into that school? For the first officer that responded, like that showed up on the scene, you supposed to been out your vehicle on foot going into that school, making it happen. Excuse me for that, making things happen. Wow, this is really a sad day in history that we have people that can't even protect our children. Our children ain't safe nowhere, not even in their own school. They ain't safe at their own house. They ain't safe outside. It's always some predator stuff going on. And now we got a psychopath, which we gonna get into. That's what I call a psychopath, is because we gonna get into his life story in part two. By the way. And we gonna go a little bit more details. We're gonna ask a few more questions because there's a lot of stuff that's not adding up. And once again, I thank you guys for even um taking your time out to even listen to the show. Um, but hey, when it comes to making decisions what's best for our children, I believe that's something we need to really start taking into consideration, start thinking about, is because we pay all this money out to send our kids to these institutions and they not even safe. Regardless if they being teach whatever, yo, it's sad, man. And my hearts and 056 family hearts and prayers go out to everyone that lost their lives that day, children and adults. Our hearts go out to you guys, the family. We send our deepest condolences, and um, we just need to start being more aware. But make sure y'all tune in to part two. Part two gonna be coming real soon, man. This is the Old Fast Six Family Show. I'm No Mercy, and I'm out, man. And keep nothing but love, peace, happiness, and prosperity in your heart. Make sure you guys subscribe, and subscribe, comment, share. Let's bring this awareness out. I'm out.